Good morning. Welcome to day 28 of the Via della Plata. It's about 10 past 8. We are leaving the small village of Morille or Morille, and we've got 19 kilometres today to get to Salamanca. We have 3 nights in Salamanca, 2 rest days. So we wanted to have, apart from the rest days, we want to have a good look around Salamanca. So we're not really on the clock with this Via della Plata, other than our return airfare, but we've given ourselves a fair bit of time at the end, so we have the time to take our time. So we thought we would start putting that into practice. It's the end of Semana Santa today, so accommodation etc. should return to normal. What a beautiful day. It's 8 degrees and it's going to be a top of 23 today, so it's really nice. We had a okay stay in the albergue. Yeah, it was pretty packed. There was a lot of pilgrims there, and your normal albergue noises of the night and noises of the morning. You know, somebody for sure gets up quite early, and they do their best to be quiet, but you know, even the small noises at night are loud noises. So it is what it is with an albergue. But yeah, looking forward to today as we pick up the arrows. Yep, you can see the arrows in front of us. We'll pick up the arrows and start our journey to Salamanca. Yes, good morning to the church. Let's do it. Oh, I forgot to mention that I didn't get any footage last night because we went to bed quite early. We just had a bocadilla for dinner and went to bed, so I apologise for that. But it really wasn't much to show, to be quite honest. It was just eat, sleep, get up, let's do it again. A bit boring really, isn't it? It shouldn't be like that, but it is what it is, and here we go. 19 kilometres to go to Salamanca. I'm really looking forward to Salamanca. See Salamanca in the distance. God, it looks really close, but it's not, because we've only done 6, maybe 7 kilometres. But yeah, it doesn't look that far from here, but it's always deceptive. And look, you can see in front of us the changing landscape. We walked through rolling farmlands from Morille, and then mainly through dehesa landscape, but now it's sort of starting to recede back and it looks like just open space. Very much does remind me of the Meseta. Maybe this is still part of the Meseta. I'm going to make it to this little village where the Spanish guys at Morille last night assured us that even on Semana Santa Sunday that the bar would be open and coffee would be served from 10 a.m. Been lucky so far. Really, we have. Can't complain. Could we get lucky again? One last time. Man, look at this landscape. This is such a fantastic walk. So we've come just over 10 kilometres and just turning into this little village, Miranda de Azan, because this is where the coffee shop or the bar is meant to open at 10 o'clock. And it's about 20 past 10 now, so surely it's open. Yeah, coffee would be good before we do the last 8 or 9 k's into Salamanca. But let's see if it's open. the bar was open. So we enjoyed a cafe con leche and a muesli bar, and the little Camino bubble that we seem to be walking with. All the gang was there doing their coffee, and they're actually having breakfast. We had breakfast before we left this morning. It was just what we needed. We're just saying that it's been 14 days of walking, so we haven't had a break for 15 days, and just getting to that stage where we're getting a few aches and pains, the legs are fatigued, the back's getting fatigued, body's just saying to us, time to have a rest. So really good timing. Got about another 8Ks to get into Salamanca, and looking forward to the 2 days, 3 nights, 2 days, resting and sightseeing and eating. We're going to have lots of food. Apparently Salamanca is famous for its tapas, as is pretty much the rest of Spain. We'll partake. So this looks like the location of the Battle of Salamanca, which is known in Great Britain as, or the Battle of Los Harapis in Spain. So yeah, somewhere down there, heaps of people killed each other dead. And that's the big long track that we came from, and look, you can see that, still see the snowy mountains right in the background. Snowy mountains, that's what we call them in Australia. The snow-capped mountains of Spain. I hope the camera picks them up. Gee, they're a long way behind us now. Okay, let's do this, hey? Let's get into Salamanca. We are coming into the outskirts of town. Through this nice parkland, and we just looked ahead and thought, surely not. Look how steep that is. Short, but sharp. But then I looked up on Camino map, and I do believe we don't take that hill. We actually turn left here. So at the end of what's been a few tough days, I'm really thankful that we're not going up there, that we're going off to the left. Leave that for someone else. Okay, here we go. Yes, there's the arrow, confirmed. We go to the left. Woo! Here we are coming into Salamanca. So I think we actually walked through that park. So I'll just have to have a look at the map when I stop blabbing. And we're going to find somewhere for lunch, because we just had a look at our accommodation and we can't check in till 4 p.m. So, oh, there's an arrow, so this way. We can't check in till 4 p.m. So we're going to go and have lunch. Probably one of those long tapas style lunches. I'll get rehydrated. May even have a glass of that delicious Vino Blanco Verdelho, the dry white wine. Yes, taken a liking to that. Well, taken a liking to everything they have to offer, really. Anyway, okay, Salamanca. I think we go across the bridge here, just up ahead, and across the river.
Chin chin. Chin chin. Salud. Buen camino. Saludos a Australia.
Hello. Hola, Australia. Here we are in Salamanca. Oh, look how beautiful it is. Are you having Irish? Is that Irish?
Good selection.
Oh, that was a nice lunch. Really good. We had a selection of tostado, which had salmon and hamon and olive tapenade, etc. on it. And we also had my favourite, which was deep fried anchovies. I just love those things. They're so good. And an agua con gas just to refresh. So now we're going to go and see if we can check into our hotel room, which is like a small apartment, and then we're going to come out and we've got a couple of little bits and pieces to do, but then we'll come out and explore Salamanca, and I think we're meeting everyone a bit later for dinner again. So yeah, here we go. Let's get to our hotel room. Few updates. I'm going to call this day 27, but behind me is the castle of Posada Real Castillo del Buen Amor, an 11th century castle that's been converted into a hotel. We've really splurged. We really wanted to stay here, so we got a taxi from Salamanca. So was it 3 days ago when we came from Morille to Salamanca? About 3/4 of the way through the walk, my lower back twinged. So pull muscle, just the strain, and I don't know, overuse, long distances, whatever you like. Castles in the background. So we had 2 days in Salamanca resting and putting Voltaren and, you know, the usual things to try and get it better. And today it still wasn't 100% right, and it really pains me to not walk. It really does, because I'm one of those all or nothing people. So, you know, the Camino does teach you humility, of course, and the right thing to do was to get a taxi here, to rest it for another day, and then to do a couple of short days for the next couple of days. So this is us here for the night. We had a fantastic time in Salamanca. Oh, what a wonderful city. Anyone that's been there will no doubt know what I'm talking about, but if you haven't, put it on your list. Don't just pass through on the Via della Plata. If you walk it, like, stay there, and stay there for a couple of days, because one day is not enough. It's really not. We had a fantastic time. It was just a fantastic place to stay. I'm going to show you around the grounds here a bit later, but first I'll show you to the room. So anyway, that's where we're at. It pains me to... I've never ever been in a vehicle in Spain, never been in a taxi. That's the first time, and, you know, to watch the Camino fly by like that really didn't sit right. But I know this is the right thing to do. You know, if you don't get your back right, you've got no chance of walking the Camino, let alone walking the Camino and carrying a pack. So I'll turn the camera around. We're in the dungeon, but it's a fantastic room. So we chose the dungeon because we thought it would be awesome. So down we go, and not only we're in the dungeon, we're in room 13. So this is our room. Look how fantastic it is. Around the corner. It's an 11th century castle, so it's amazing. We even got a window. With a bit of a view. Yeah. Coffee, TV, the usual things. It's just a nice room. It really has a nice feel to it, which is good. You don't want the opposite, place to be haunted. Yeah, we are in the dungeon. Bathroom, shower, bath, the usual things. I don't need to see the bathroom. Yeah, so that's what's happened, and that's where we are. So we really don't feel like pilgrims. We feel very spoilt and kind of like we shouldn't be here because we're pilgrims, but we are, and I'm glad we are. And we're not the first pilgrims to stay here, by the way. I just want to point that out. So yeah, this is the last day. Trying to get my back right. It's not 100%, so I'm just hoping that, you know, with the shorter days I can get the pack on and walk it out and, you know, get it better over the next few days. So yeah, so we should be in Zamora by Saturday, all going to plan. And if the back's still playing up, there's another option to have a rest day there. So we just decided we're going to just take it easy, get things right. Nerita's got a few blisters, so it gives her a chance to get those right as well. So one of the other reasons that we weren't real keen to walk today and just out my failing back, as you can probably see in the background, it's very overcast and it's been raining most of the day. And we know that walk from Salamanca to here is very exposed. So, you know, it was a pretty easy decision in the end. So I'll just have a rest day, let my back get better. But yeah, no, of course we're back to the reality of the Camino tomorrow. But this place is unbelievable. So it's basically built in the 11th century, and it's been owned by various people on and off over the many hundreds of years. And essentially, it was a castle. And you know, you see down there, the camera picks it up. That was the 8-metre deep moat. Went right round the castle. That'll keep the baddies out. But we're surrounded by vineyards, and yeah, it's really beautiful. It's a luxury, really. But you know, it's not all about albergues. I don't think it is. You know, we have our share of those, but we really wanted to stay here because it's so beautiful. So yeah, we've got a couple of options. We could make a reservation for the restaurant, which doesn't open until 8 or 8:30, I think. Or we can go to the cafe and have tapas, which is available all day. So we are going to have tapas tonight. We just don't feel like, you know, being on the clock. We have to wait till 8:30 to get in the restaurant. We just want to, you know, come and go as we please. We're here and kick back and relax because we're only halfway through this Camino, even though we've got, I think, 4 walking days of the Via della Plata to get to Grange di Morille, and the Via will be all over, and then we'll move on to the Sanabre. So, you know, we've still got a considerable distance to travel, so we're going to kick back tonight and we're really going to enjoy this.